Hey everybody, it's Monday. It's Yolanda. That means it is time for everybody at the table. Welcome back to the table. I am so excited to be here with you today. I am off of a 10-day tour to Japan that was absolutely phenomenal. I truly enjoyed it. And at some point, I want to talk about that on this conversation because I think I said to you all vacations belong at the table too. And so I hope that if you're not listening to this podcast today, it's because you're taking a break, a much needed break, and some time to gather yourself. This week's conversation, I want to focus on this idea of getting started. This prompt was generated for me during a conversation with a listener that kind of shocked me, but more than shocked me, it moved me. The reason for that is because I put these podcasts out in the atmosphere to encourage and to inspire. And I believe that if you just put a word out there, that it will catch the right audience. And I have a pretty consistent listener base. It's not huge, but it's faithful. And honestly, if one person listens, I'm thankful. We get the comments here and there, and every now and again, somebody reaches out. But mostly, I just continue to talk about what I'm talking about. People get it. When I see them in person, they tell me, they affirm it. And it's growing people's lives. And that's the point, is to stretch us. But when I hear back from someone specifically, and I realize that something that I actually said landed, it's so affirming. It reminds me of why we do this work, why I do this work. Because for me, getting started was the first thing, and staying consistent became the second thing. And here's the quote from that listener. "You don't know this, but you inspired me. I started my own business because of something you said at the very beginning of this podcast. You said, if people don't invite you to the table, create your own. I've been sitting on an idea for a long time, and I want you to know I now have an LLC. I'm sourcing clients. I have a client, and I'm creating my next." End quote. Family, that inspired the heck out of me. It was a reminder that we have to start somewhere. Then on Friday, I was listening, y'all know I TikTok, to a TikToker, and it came across my page, and it was just a guy sitting there. He said, to some of you, you keep saying, I can't start the business because I'm broke. He said, but that's the reason you need to start the business, because you're broke. So for some of you, when you get the next $100, buy the inventory, mix the recipes, bake the cupcakes, sell one, find a client, because your way out of the situation you're in is by getting started. So you see how this theme of getting started is permeating my week. And on Friday, I actually got to experience getting started with my daughter, Simone. For the last year and a half, Simone and I have been working in the background to tease out her niche. She's worked as a server bartender for 4 years now, and she's come to realize what she really loves is hospitality. She loves creating and cultivating experiences for people to enjoy a food moment or a cocktail moment or the mix of both. For her, it brings joy and excitement to her customer, and it satisfies her soul to see them enjoy an experience she created. She has regular customers that come to her, that love to talk with her. You know, the bartender is like the counselor, the therapist, the barber, the hairstylist. People tend to talk to folks that serve them in a comfortable environment. And so she loves taking care of people and making them feel that way. She kept saying, I want to start a bartending business, but didn't know where to get started. Now, she's the creative. I'm the administrator. Together, our skills work well together. So on this past Friday, we officially launched Brown Lady Bar Card, a mobile bartending experiences where she provides pre-made cocktails, or you can hire her for bartending services. More about that at the end of the podcast. But she will be selling stomach pouches and taking private bookings for bartending events. You have to start somewhere. One customer, one event, one booking, and she'll keep growing. The same as with you and I. She's taking feedback, she's refining recipes, she's learning. That's what happens when you start. Quality and consistency come as long as you're willing to learn and improve. As you could tell, mommy is so proud of her. And I want y'all to support my babe and put her content at the end of this podcast, because one of our goals to get started is to connect each of us as we create and launch and start and build and scale and do all the things related to our dreams and our vision. I don't know what your thing is. I don't know what dream you've been sitting on, but I do believe that working for other people's corporations and helping other people build wealth can sometimes stifle our own ability to dream. Everybody has something, an idea, some type of creativity. Does that mean everybody will become a millionaire? No. Does that mean everybody can create something that blesses them and maybe others? Possibly. Comfort is relative. Success is relative. But I firmly believe there's something inside of each of us that doesn't have to be limited to building somebody else's dream. Because companies change, visions change, people get laid off, greed exists, businesses' priorities shift, and suddenly people are left holding the bag because all their eggs are in someone else's basket. So my encouragement today is simple. Get started. And if you've already started, stay consistent. Seek feedback, perfect your craft, sell yourself. Get up every day and do it again. Because like I started this podcast talking about how I put this information out there, I don't know if it lands sometimes or if it doesn't. But when I get the feedback and the recoil that yes, it landed, and not only did it land, somebody acted, it reminds me to do it again and again and again. I admire content creators because they put themselves out there every single day. They deal with rejection. People scroll past their posts. People criticize them. People unsubscribe. They don't know when the breakthrough is coming, but eventually it does. You and I don't know when that breakthrough is coming. So don't be discouraged. It doesn't come right away. Get up and do it again. It's your time. You can do it. And very soon, we're going to have opportunities to gather and have these conversations together. That's a part of my vision that I'm getting started on. Until then, let's encourage one another. If you know somebody building something, put it in the comments. Let's support one another. And if you're in Georgia, go support my daughter. Tell somebody about Brown Lady Barkhart, buy a pouch, book an event, because this isn't just about making money. It's about elevating dreams. All right, those are my thoughts. Until next time, take care and dine well. And here's a little shot of my sweetheart.
This is the Porch Punch. It has bourbon whiskey. It has honey, marinated peaches, frozen peaches, lemon juice. I think that's it. Yeah. So taste it. Let me know what you think. Please, I would love to know your feedback.
This is Simone, master bartender at Brown Lady Barkhart. You can book her or purchase your pouch at Google Sites, blackwoman.com, Brown Lady Barkhart, or click the link in the comments. I'll provide it somewhere. You'll get it.